PhD Manchild here, the worst anime reviewer on YouTube, recently scored as such with another review. Check it out, motherfuckers.
Girls und Panzer, 2012 late vintage action comedy slice of life tournament, tanks and more. Tanks, 12 episodes, 2 specials.
Now, this is an anime I've been looking forward for a very long time, inspired by the artwork of Fukuman, the dude who did Strike Witches and the other Mecha Musume bits and pieces made this piece that I was looking forward to. Renownedly criticised by major anime critics. A lot of elitists hate the shit out of this, but fuck them. Being a big fan of previous shows very similar to this, you're going to get very similar feedback from me, but the work is a little more refined and thus 10 times more enjoyable. The most interesting bit, the historical accuracy, trivia and stories behind some of the bits and pieces that if you are a history buff or historian, you will pick up and love the shit how they take the piss out of it. How the story goes is you got this blob moe high school setting, very K-on-ish, characters a little more developed, thank fuck. These schools conduct tankery as a martial art, the operation of tanks from the Second World War. This school is in the shit and fears that it's going to go under and shut down. So the class president, with these very fetish-orientated character traits, come together and get a bunch of misfits of very interesting and enjoyable characters, some of them imitating characters from history such as Rommel or Sonata. Find the biggest, most fucked up, interesting and crazy collection of tanks, colouring them up in a manner and design that only a high school girl can possibly comprehend, and fight other schoolgirls in ranks of tanks according to history and countries and battle them out. In these games, the personality of the individuals and the tanks closely match the recorded faults and stats of the actual vehicles. American Shermans just blow up by looking at it. The Germans have a bit of superiority. The Russians are quite fearful, speedy, operates beautifully in snow, and they work it out in this fantastic satire style comedy. I just can't stress out that how much this is focused on fun and not intensity or strength in the story. It's a brain-numbing thing where you just sit back, enjoy and laugh at the very subtle jokes you pick up of the characteristics of history being retold through the actions of girls just fucking around with military-grade things. There is a lot of things you seriously should not take serious or put too much thought on, such as live rounds being used and the girls potentially trying to kill themselves. Put that aside, and all of the more statistical and technical stuff, breathe in and enjoy, especially the maneuvers carried out. I'm probably talking a lot of drivel here, but this is definitely enjoyable for anyone who has any sort of interest, enjoyment or fascination with military tanks of the Second World War. If this subject does not interest you, you'll definitely find the door and leave, unless there's another aspect of the show you like the moe-ness or just the sheer being anime or something. But from a fan of or an interest of history and tanks, this is just so enjoyable unless you take things far too seriously. The soundtrack, the drawings and three-dimensional layouts of and the fine attention to detail of the equipment and tanks is absolutely wonderful, and of course reproduced in merchandise, model kits, toys, whatnot, which I've been buying up. You'll love that. You'll definitely enjoy the graphics and whatnot, the soundtrack. The characters are more trivial, fun and comedic relief than as a storytelling plot tool, so don't focus on that too much or you're going to have a bad time. All in all, this is in my top 10 favourite shows of all time, even though it's a very recent release, though it's something I've been anticipating forever. Massive shout out and recommendation from me. Thank you very much. Peace the fuck out. And catch you assholes later. Ciao.